Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. Antigua and Barbuda Rastafarians have gained sacramental rights to the use of marijuana. It's a breaking news, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, my name is Ashina and welcome to Deep Roots TV.
Pick up Deep Roots TV. Respect, make sure to tune in the air every time.
Greetings, and salutations to all nations, especially Rastafarians. Yeah, you know I'm Rastafari soldier. I want to welcome you to Deep Roots TV. If this is your first time tuning in, I'm asking you, hit that red subscribe button. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm also asking you to follow me on all the social media platforms. Deep Roots TV, yeah, Facebook, and I'm talking about Deep Roots TV, yeah, on TikTok, and Deep Roots TV 1 on Twitter. Ladies and gentlemen, Rastafarians gain sacramental rights to marijuana use in Antigua and Barbuda. Yes, on the same grounds where they were enslaved ancestors, they were forced to plant sugarcane. The Rastafarians in Antigua and Barbuda are now legally growing the ritualistic smoking marijuana. For Rastafarians, the practice brings them closer to the divine one. But for decades, many have been jailed and endure racial and religious proliferated by law enforcement because of their marijuana use. The government of Antigua and Barbuda has sought to righten the wrong. The Twin Islands recently became one of the first Caribbean nations to grant Rastafarian authority, yes, to grow and smoke their sacramental herb. We are more free now, said Ras Tashi, a member of the Ras Freeman Foundation for the unification of Rastafarians who are arrested for growing cannabis. On a recent Sunday, he led a chant in the tabernacle on the foundation farm located in LIBERTA Lush Agriculture District. Tashi puffed on a corn husk wrap joint while others passed the chalice pipe and waved Rastafarian flags in red, green, and gold. The government give us our religious rights. We are come to plant any amount we want, and no police can come and take up any plant. We fight for the right, and we get the right, he said. Rastafari elsewhere are pushing for similar religious protection. Experts, stakeholders think that Antigua and Barbuda law could boost their efforts worldwide at the time when public opinion and policies continue to shift in favor of medicinal use and recreation marijuana use. Under the same law change, the government also decriminalized the use of marijuana in addition to expansive religious use granted Rastafari. People outside of the faith can grow 4 cannabis plants each and possess up to 15 grams. We believe that we have to prove that we are providing a space for everyone at the table, irrespective of their religion. Prime Minister Gaston Brown told the Associated Press at an interview in the capital city of St. John's. Just as we recognize other faiths, it's absolutely important for us to also ensure that Rastafarian faith is also acknowledged. Rastafari reject materialistic values and often practice a strict oneness with nature, eating only unprocessed food as part of their faith vegetarian diet. They also let their hair grow uncombed into dreadlocks. but many were long treated as second-class citizens across the Caribbean island, looked down on for their dreads or their locks, and scrutinized. Yeah, there was also persecution upon them for their sacramental use of marijuana. The Prime Minister said that growing up in Antigua, he witnessed how adult Rastafari were chased by police while children were not only allowed in school because of their hair. Brown also recalled how members of the Rastafari fed him ital meals when his single mother, who had a mental illness, struggled to raise him and his sibling. In 2018, Brown apologized publicly for the Rastafari community, for the opposition and the religious persecution they suffered. He also said that Rastafari should be given a stake in the production of the economy behind the treatment that they have received, and they deserve to benefit from the medicinal marijuana production for the wrongs inflicted under significance. The minority group of our country, his governmental bodies also lead effort to decriminalize marijuana use. Earlier this year, he met with Rastafari group and granted them license for country's medicinal cannabis authority to grow the plant for religious purposes. The changes face some opposition for the political and Christian leadership in the social conservative Caribbean region, but Rastafari academics praise Brown's apology and his government actions, saying this nation is about 100,000 people, has gone further than religion effort by large countries and could set a global example. Jamaica and the U.S. Virgin Islands granted Sacramental rights to cannabis, but Charles Price, a professor of Philadelphia Temple University who focused on the Rastafarian identity, said that Antigua and Barbuda comprehensive initiative could spur more organizing for the sacramental and recognition of the cannabis in other islands. They become test case for the rest of the Caribbean, he said. They'll suggest the valuability of this so other nations can now look to these two nations and say, they have done it. Though a lease for the government for farming sugarcane plantation on symbols of slavery and British colonial oppression in Antigua has been transformed into worshiping ground, sustainable farmland, and the headquarters for Ras Freeman, one of the island's main Rastafarian group. This might be a small win, but it's something we can definitely celebrate and feel proud of. That land that were once used to enslave our people, we have used it to liberate our community, said Rach Ritchie, a member of the group. He also co-founded the Humble and Free Wadade, which lead eco-tourists to Rastafarian farms and sacred grounds where cannabis, fruits, and vegetables are grown. During the recent Sunday worship service, the breeze fluttered leaf on the marijuana field surrounded the stone remnants of the sugar mill. Inside the nearby tabernacle, it moved clouds of fragrance of marijuana smoke that hugged in the air and against the wall. The attitude towards it has dramatically changed, and it's more positive there's more light. Raski or Erosto, Rast Freeman, chairman, said outside the tabernacle while he grasped branches of dry cannabis. We give thanks to the Prime Minister. His government bravely stand up with courage to decriminalize and to even give sacramental rights to Rastafari community. Rasta suffered bullying and discrimination growing up. At one point, he said his mother had to cut his locks so he could be allowed in school. Throughout his adulthood, he pointed and joined and organized marches demanding fair treatment for the Rastafari community and traveled to conference led by Caribbean Rastafari, organized to advocate for the sacramental rights to cannabis. One go through a lot of struggles, especially with the cannabis, said Shaki. Starker, Estro mother, after she sang and praised for hours during Sunday worship, one pay a lot of money fines to courts. Man go to jail. Man even lose their life. And this is the struggle. But now, it's 100% better. Shano. The Purify the Land. The group keeps a bonfire always burning near their house of worship. They cook and share meals of coconut, cassava, and carrot products on their land. They keep a strong presence on social media with images including visitors to the culture and the faith. And they have plans to expand, hoping to build a museum, a store to sell their ital food, and a sacramental cannabis dispensary. What gives me hope is now that we are reaching out to different parts of the world and realizing that respect that Rastafari has, Ras Richie said, that's the power we have now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a excellent feeling right now. For no say, Rasta stand firm and Rasta never bow. Like Capitan saying, don't change, they can't do nothing about it. Don't change, they can't do nothing about it. You see, when you're right and you stand right on the side of the Most High, yeah, and you realize that the heathen back there, pan the wall, I go fall, and you inside of yourself and you know so you're doing the right. You give thanks and praise to the morning light. Because you see, in the darkness and the heathenism and the bondage that Babylon try to use and hold on the people, Rastafari keep on riding to the destination, guaranteed to slew evil. So the sacramental rights of Rastafari has been granted in Antigua and Barbuda. And worldwide, there have been persecution, day and night. The jail cells are filled, America, England, and all over the place, with people that have used that first $1 billion product. You know, they call it marijuana, the ancient sacrament, the sativa, the herbs, you know, to survive. And as Rastafari treading on through his life will never subside. Because with this ancient plant, with this glorious blossom, with this fruit, with the #1 plant of the earth, we find ourselves aligned spiritually with the heavens and the earth. Ladies and gentlemen, for what it's worth, I'm on Wanfi. It's up Prime Minister Brown of Antigua and Barbuda for this realization, for remembering how Rasta fed him as a youth when he was in his struggle, to see that from first hand he know that Rasta is the kings of earth. And want to big up all the people them who subscribe, like, and share to the channel. Me I ask if we go on over to TikTok. Yeah, just start it up and follow me on TikTok. Check me out on, Facebook, same Deep Roots TV. I really appreciate love it. Share up the file for me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm elated to report today that, Antigua and Barbuda has given Rastafari sacramental rights, to plant, and to possess, the ancient herbs. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to hear your word. I'm more life, and I'm more joy, and I'm more in happiness. It's Rastafari soldier, and I'm asking you to stay blessed. Big up yourself, yeah.
Big up Rasta, deep roots, you know it is. Rasta just arrived, man. You don't know it is. Rasta will say, you understand. You don't know we out there try to make some dollars, you understand. You know we go, boom, Rasta TV, you understand.
So from them mix with the fire, them have to mix with the lightning. Them mix with the lightning, them have to mix with the thunder. Them mix with the thunder, them got to mix with the world. And they so black people put the wicked them under. Hey Babylon, me see them a fret and them a wonder. Who flash it lightning and who roll the thunder? Deep root flash it lightning and him roll the thunder. Babylon, me see that them a panda. Look how much of the youth them well them shit and kill, look how much them put under. How much of the youth them well them send a dove cut ya. Where Babylon the fire burn no longer. Babylon the proofs full of say you can't turn ya. Fire king, Rasta man and a real fire king. Boy, fire king, Rastafari soldier and fire king. Yeah, balalang bang,
Pick up Deep Roots TV. Respect. Make sure to tune in the year every time.